Hi, I'm Megan Gillen, and it's my privilege to serve you through the Department of Women Ministries of the Evangelical Covenant Church. Today I'm driving through the western suburbs of Chicago, and it's a gorgeous winter day. I know, for you warm weather people, gorgeous and winter are two words that should not be used in the same sentence, but nevertheless, it's a gorgeous winter day. And I'm struck as I'm driving out through this area of how beautiful everything is. It looks pretty perfect. The houses are pretty nice. The apartments are tidy. The communities are clean and well kept. And yet I know that there are issues in these communities and these homes that are painful and that need to be addressed. And in some respects are really not that different from some of the issues that we deal with in our major urban centers. Oh, certainly there are many more problems and much more to address in our cities. But one thing we have in common are the two problems of human trafficking and domestic violence and childhood sexual abuse. I'm talking to you today about Just Women because it's our ongoing, continuing denominational project. Just Women, as you know, is an intentional play on words that, yes, we are just women. Just women who, when you get us together and inspire us and encourage us and give us a challenge to face, we rise and we step up and we get together and we do what we can to change the world and to advance God's kingdom, to be obedient to Him through His Son, Jesus Christ. We're just women. But then we're also just women. We're women who love mercy and who do justice. We're women who say, things are not right in this world and we need to do something to fix them, to change them. We want to be just women. And so the denominational project this year goes to help with funds for the Department of Women Ministries. For after many years of stimulating these projects, we need help. We need your help. And Women Ministries, through the funds that you give to Just Women, will initiate two incredible and much needed efforts that will address the problems of abuse and trafficking. First, the abuse issue. Through AVA, Advocacy for Victims of Abuse, we have a new program called Mending the Soul. And Mending the Soul will bring the much needed healing component. You know, my experience as a ministry spouse is that very often over the years, it's the people with unhealed hurts, with deep wounds and pain in our churches that are at the center of some of our biggest problems. I know because sometimes that person has been me. And now with Mending the Soul, we're going to be able to address abuse and to help people get the healing that they need. Mending the Soul is a very sound, psychologically researched, biblically based support group that's just chock full of scripture and meaningful exercises that will help women and men get in touch with the abuse that they've experienced. We want to bring together facilitators to receive training and mentoring who will go back out into their communities and their regions and their conferences and conduct further training. And we want to see Mending the Soul spread as an incredible tool of the church that can be used by God to help us be healthy and vital congregations, whether we're in the major urban centers, in our rural communities, or in the suburbs. Well, that's Mending the Soul. And on the other side of the coin, we've got Break the Chains. And as you know, Break the Chains is our effort to address human trafficking. It's a horrible problem. It's modern day slavery. And there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of women, children, and men who are being held against their will, either in the sex trade or through labor trafficking. And it seems like an invisible problem, whether it's here in the suburbs or in our cities. But you know what? It's not that hard to address. We have all kinds of ways that we can address this issue, and we need to address it. So we're inviting you to get involved through the Protect resource that has been developed by the Human Trafficking Task Force of the Covenant. You see, through Protect, we're going to be able to, we're giving you the tools, actually, to address trafficking. You're going to learn about the power of prosecution. You're going to learn about the way that healthy relationships should look from a biblical standpoint so you can speak to that. You're going to get training to help the most vulnerable and to protect them. And one of my favorite aspects is you will be able to assess your church, the culture of your church, to see whether, in fact, you are just increasing the risk for children who are at risk, or whether you are a welcoming and safe congregation that says, we don't really care what you look like. We don't care what your behavior is. As long as we can get you in the church, we can love you. For you see, at-risk kids, it's been our experience, they show it on their face. And they're so vulnerable at the mall, at the bus stop, at the L. Kids at risk wear it. And pimps and other unscrupulous people have learned how to read these signs. And that's how kids become vulnerable. So I want you to get excited about the Protect resource and about mending the soul. I want you to consider how you might give to these two vital efforts, because Just Women is going to help make us a stronger, healthier covenant and a stronger, healthier women ministries in all of our churches. That's our desire and that's our goal. Thank you so much for your time and your interest today. Don't forget to give a generous gift to Just Women.